Diane in Denmark here. Now when you see this video I will be hooging, having a lot of hooga with my mum over in Scotland. But this week is zone 3, the bathroom plus one other room, and I've chosen to do 15 minutes, hold on let me just get my timer started, in our garden shed. Now the shed only contains garden stuff, the garage only contains the car. We've got a garage which was built in 1933 along with the house, and there's only room for the car, which is good in a way because it stops us dumping things in there. Anyway, it's not going to be pretty today because for two reasons. First of all, we're going to be in the garden shed, and you know what those are like, and also I've got my shorts on, and you know me, I never wear shorts. I've got some what do you call it, scars from when I had varicose veins removed when I was about 30 years old, and I'm not worried about them, but I feel better in a dress. Anyway, I've got shorts on today because it is roasting and I'm going to be doing a wee bit of work in here. Remember, if you do any decluttering, any detail cleaning, make sure you're dressed to shoes, even at the weekend. Don't go out in the garden and say, well, I'll just start on this before you've had your breakfast and done your load of laundry. My load of laundry is done, so but they're drying, and I'm dressed to shoes. And especially make sure, hold on, I'll just show you, make sure that you get dressed to shoes if you're going to be doing something like a garage, an attic, any decluttering, because first of all, some garden tools might fall down your feet, or you might see some wee beasties. There might be some spiders in there, so please no bare feet or flip-flops. We don't know what we're going to find. I'm already set up. I've got my timer with me. I'm only going to do 15 minutes. And quite often when we're in the zone, I only do 15 minutes and that is it, and then maybe a few minutes while I'm waiting for something else to happen. I've got a big basket that I decluttered from zone 1, the living room. I remember when I was doing that 60-30-10 rule in the living room. I got rid of this big basket, and I'm thinking I might be able to use it for some of the garden toys that we have. I've got a couple of plastic bags for giveaway items. And I've told you before, we have a lot of recycling here in Denmark. I'll just show you. I've got my bins set up here. These are our bins that we have. This one is plastic and metal. I don't know if you can see that there. And the other one over here. And these are collected every couple of weeks. And this one is, can you see that? I can't see with my glass on. Paper and glass. So anyway, I'll give you a quick tour of what is in our shed, and then I'll start the timer and we'll get started with the flinging. So just hold on. Right, and then we'll go to the shed, and I've moved away the lawnmower just so I've got a space to actually work in here. Now you can see in here, this is where we keep our flags for birthdays and stuff, and our tools are kind of hung up there. And over in the corner, if you can see that those are the winter tires for the car. Oh, and Gustav, the goat, the Christmas goat, he's there. And it's not pretty in here. I've just used old shelves that I had decluttered from other areas in the house, and old baskets that I decluttered from other areas in the house. So yeah, it can be nicer, but it's a shed, it's practical. The only thing about our shed is that it doesn't go, it's not built right down to the ground. So you will see that things can kind of grow in here. There's some ivy, and it needs a really good sweep out. But what I want to do today is to declutter some stuff, and that's my object here. So let me get started. I hope you are dressed to shoes, and let's go. Okay, timer's running, and I've put a parasol there, so I hope you can see me. We're just going to, you know what? My filming isn't perfect, but just work along with me. Right, footballs, of course, and we're coming up for World Cup football, so we'll all be out practicing. Got some old rackets here, and we used to keep so many of them, but you know what, I just, oh, there's always an IKEA bag, that's definitely a keeper. Yeah. Now, I had all these toys in an old bike basket, but I'm just going to quickly go through and see that will still work. Shuttlecocks, I'll keep those. Oh, this is definitely for going out in the plastic recycling. It's one of those water pistols that doesn't work. And this is an old IKEA one. Yeah, that hasn't worked for a long time. So that's going to go into electronic recycling once I remove the batteries. So that can go. Tennis balls, those are a keeper. These squishy ones, these are great. That's from Key Camp, from holidays we used to go on years ago. This one's alright. This one actually, it looks really decrepit but works, and you can actually squish the water around the side, so we'll keep that one. And I think this works, because quite often when the kids' wee cousins come over, you know, everybody's out playing water fights. Okay, and the last in here, that's not a great ball. That's going to go out. I'll just put that in my bag ready. And that's the thing, you know, you declutter, and then the kids get a wee bit older, or they get different hobbies. So that's the great thing about going round again and again. And sometimes you think, why on earth have I been holding on to things? That's more plastic recycling. That was alright. That's a wee one, and that one we'll keep. And that was part of the other one. That one can go. Oh, a shuttlecock. And I had a box for shuttlecocks. And some wee balls. Oh, there's the lid, I think, for the shuttlecocks. There we are. Bits of plastic, an old chalk, you know, from writing on the paving stones. That's going to go out into the rubbish. And another wee ball. And I don't even know what that is in the bottom, and I won't tell you. So that is going out. And I'm going to check with the kids, but if they don't want this bike basket, that's going to be a giveaway item, because you fix them onto the back of your bike here. But we don't use it because we've got other bike baskets, so that's probably giveaway. Right, and that's much easier for the kids just to dive into, so go me for that. Right, that one can go down here, and I'm just going to grab something. I'm going to grab something else. Right. Okay, here's a wee box, and I think I know what is in here. This is one of those water feature things, and I think it can go out because it stopped working. It was one of those things, you know, stops working, you think, well, I'll just hold on to it. I bought a new water feature thing, and I'll show you that, and it's just one of these solar powered things that catches the sun. There you are, there you can see our little solar powered one, and that's where all the birds and the squirrels get their water. It was quite funny the other day because we saw a pigeon having a shower. He was sitting on the side and lifting up his wings and getting a shower every time it moved round. And I love my water and I love my fire. So, but this is electronic recycling, so let me just do that for that. So I've also got that and the wee lamp from IKEA, so let me do that right now. No time like the present. Just get these batteries out. Right, electronic recycling, and that is paper. This goes like paper. Paper gone. Batteries. Right, and the rest of this is plastic. So if I can just come round behind you, I'll put actually all of these things in plastic right now. Okay, and the box, we don't have anything for cardboard here at the house, but I can take it to the dump with all the other cardboard boxes we've got, so that's for cardboard. Okay, let me just grab something else. There. Ah, plant pots. Okay, let me just check them, because, hold on, let me see. Here we go. Right. This one I want to keep, because some of them I use at Christmas, you know, and I wash them up, but the rest of the time they stay out here in the shed. And I'm just checking to make sure that they aren't cracked, because if they're cracked I'm not going to keep them. No, these are okay. They're a wee bit messy. Messi, Ronaldo, we're in football mood. Okay, those can stay. Right, and I've got these little ones that go under plant pots, and I'm going to have a wee think about those. Okay, those are a think about item. I'm not sure if I want to keep those or not. Right, okay, more plant pots. Now, at the weekend, hold on, just was a message coming. At the weekend, we had repotted some stuff, and I used to have lots of plant pots outside, and I don't like to have all the small ones anymore because they get really dry here in the summer, and I don't want to be watering all the time. So I've got big plant pots, and so we've done a wee bit of repotting, and these plastic ones, I'm not holding on to any more plastic. That I never, I never kind of plant seedlings or stuff, so that can go immediately. And these small ones, hold on, let me just check what I've got here. Okay, these are plastic. These can go right out. Out you go. Au revoir. These size, I'm not going to use them, but I have, there's a lady in my International Ladies Club, I explained that the other day, and she runs courses on, flower arranging. So I'll ask her if she wants them, otherwise they'll go to the dump. Yeah. Okay, so that's for her, because I know I have a lot of those. This one I might use. I'll think about that one. Right, what we got up here? Gosh, seems like an awful lot. 15 minutes, right. These are sheepskin rugs. Let me just have a sit down. These are sheepskin rugs that we had when the kids were small. I've got a DS 18 and a DD 16, 18 and 16 years old. And in Denmark, babies sleep outside, even in the winter where it's like -5 degrees, as long as they're not ill to begin with, and as long as it's not kind of too damp, then, the kids sleep really well here. All kids sleep outside, also at nursery, they sleep outside in specially built little cribs. And when they're sleeping outside, or, when you've got them in the buggy, in the winter here in Denmark, because it can be like -10, they're always on top of one of these, and we kept them. And what I do with them is I just keep them for use in the garden, because they're past their best now, but I can throw them in the washing machine. And what we do is we normally put them, when it gets a bit colder in August, September, at the end of summer, when we're sitting outside, it's nice to sit in one of those. So those are going to go into the wash, because they haven't been washed this season. Though right now, we don't want any more sheepskin rug or heat. We do not need heat. But anyway, those are going in the wash. Boom. Right, next. Okay, and here we have extra cycle helmets. I'll hang on to those. Those are always useful, especially if there are visitors who are borrowing bikes. And an extra brush. Look at that, isn't it fancy? Yeah, I'm going to have to give a really good sweep here and cut back some of the ivy. Right, what's next? And then here I have some pads for on chairs. Those are actually going to come out of the shed, because I have one of those boxes where we can keep the cushions for the garden furniture. And it keeps them, it's a sealed box. So this one I can actually, those will go in the patio box. And I've got, woohoo, empty box. Don't we love empty boxes? Right, so those are going to go in the patio box. I won't do that right now. Normally I would just go and do it, but I don't want to be moving cameras. Right, next. Whoa! Now, see, this is the good thing. Well, when you do a declutter session, you find things that you'd forgotten about. I got this, it's like an outdoor fireplace for my birthday a few years ago. As I said, I love fire and I love water. There's something fascinating about fire. And you can see it on the box here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a wash. And I'm going to enjoy this when we're having dinner tonight. So anyway, that is a wash item. And I have the bioethanol ready here, and I've I've even got an old measuring cup that I had measured how much needs to go in, so I don't need to stand there looking saying, oh, how much is it? Right, so that's going to get a wash. Right, let's see what else we can find. There must be something else to throw away. Let's see. Yeah. Right, I don't know if you noticed in here, but we have, you know, the kids' sledges, and we've also got these small ones. These ones I shall keep. And this one, it was originally for decorating a cape, and I've kept it because I thought I would kind of hang it up, but you know, whether that's going to go to the charity shop or maybe the next clothes swap. Tillykke in Danish means congratulations. So if you're having a party, you say Tillykke and you've got the flags. So that's a giveaway, along with probably the bike basket. Right, and this was a bird feeder, but we no longer use the loose seed, we use the ball. So I think that's also a giveaway item. Yeah, okay, some things to give away. And I've thrown away quite a lot of stuff. Right, next, oh, there's a really big, I don't want to do it. It's a really big box of plant pots. Anyway, hey ho, I'll just keep going until the timer goes off. You know, and I'm sure I've said to you before, that's why I make these videos, because it keeps me really accountable. Right, let me drag it out of the way. Just move my... Okay, here we go. Right, okay, this is what I was talking about. These ones. These are the ones that I'm going to give to the lady in the in my International Ladies Club. I'll ask her if she wants them, because I think I've probably... Oh, here's another thing. When they were doing the works outside our house, they had taped things off, and you know what, I took it down when they were finished. I know it sounds crazy now, and I thought, oh, maybe I could use it for a kind of, you know, police themed party. You know what? Silly bit. Straight into plastic recycling. Do you keep weird things as well? I keep weird things. Okay, more plant pots. Gosh, I hope she's got lots of classes. Yeah, all of these. I'll check them before I give them to her, but they don't look cracked. Okay, this one has lost its colour. That's going in the bin. Right. Okay. I mean, they've got a wee bit of spider's webs on them, but apart from that, they're all right. Okay, here, another case in point. I am not... Let me just open up so you can see. These ones, that's for the bin. These little potting things. You know what? I'm not that type of garden person, so those are a giveaway as well. Actually, Vibeke might want those. I'll ask her. Okay, more pots, and they are nice, but I'm just not going to use them. And the reason I'm kind of doing this garden shed decluttering right now is that, you know, last year I was looking at new houses. Not that we're planning to move, you know, for a long time, another plastic one. But it suddenly occurred to me, you know, all these things that we kind of hang on to because maybe we might use it. You know what, if I had to move tomorrow, I could probably let go of half of this stuff. But anyway, still roligt, as they say in Danish, you know, slow and steady. Now, this is an old, it's got lots of earth in it. These glass ones I do like because I use them for potting. You know, I take out the first, oh, here we go. I take out the first snowdrops from the garden and put it in here, and you've probably seen it in my sink, the shiny sink pictures on Instagram that have the first. So those ones I keep. I do like the glass ones. I like glass plant pots, but not the clay ones. Okay, and then here, these are a couple of baskets that I had actually found out on the street because, you know, we have pickup of weird, you know, rubbish every 2 weeks, and I had found that somebody was throwing it out, and it's actually quite nice for putting garden tools in, so that I will keep. Okay, here we have another bike basket. Oh, okay, I'm just going to finish this one and then we will grab a drink. Okay, this is an old shopping bag that's seen better days. Okay, that can go out. And this one is quite nice. It's one of those little ones that, you know, in Denmark we don't buy grocery bags at the store. We try and reuse what we've got. And actually this is quite a nice little one. So that one I will keep. And down in the bottom of this bike basket are the brackets. It's another bike basket. Again, I'll check with the kids and see if they want it. Otherwise that's going to be a giveaway item, because I have a better basket for my bike now. I have the one that clicks on and clicks off and I can take into the grocery store. Ah, okay, I'm going to have to show you. I know, I apologise for the long video, but hey ho, some more rubbish. This is an old box. It used to be a toy box in the kids' room, and that has been full of all these. So all that is going. Woo, go me. And I think I'm actually going to dump this, because I don't want to keep too much in here. You know, the more boxes and bags that you have, then you tend to hang on to things. I've cleared this one out and it's going to the recycling centre. They have places, you know, for taking wood and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to stop it there, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set my timer. I'm not going to go off and leave the, let me just show you what is lying here. You see that? I'm not going to go off and leave that behind. I'm going to set my timer for another 5 minutes and get these things put in the car or in a bag or put in the washing machine, and I am done. Okay, anyway, Diane in Denmark signing off from gloriously sunny Copenhagen. I shall be thinking about you over in Edinburgh in Scotland when I'm with my mum, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye for now. Live long and prosper.